Welcome to Unlock Layouts. In this video session, we are going to discuss how to install GPDK 45 nanometer PDK into your computer and how to invoke the Cadence Virtuoso tool from the installed PDK. Before, in our previous video, we have uploaded how to download the PDK from the internet. So this is the consecutive video for the previous one. So if you are new to this video, just watch the previous video, then come and watch this video. Maybe you will get some better understanding. Let's start the video. Before, in our previous video, so we have discussed how to download GPDK from the internet with a free of cost. Now we are going to discuss how to install this GPDK into your computer and how to invoke the tool from the GPDK 45 nanometer. See, this is the one what we have downloaded from the internet. So first of all, this is in the compressed format, so we need to uncompress this. So what I am doing, I am going to open this file and I am going to extract this in the same directory. Yeah, so here I am going to extract. Okay, now the extraction is completed, so I will close the window. So now this is the extracted file. See here, within this extracted format we have so many folders and files. So after once you extracted from your computer, make sure that whatever files you are seeing here in this my window, the same files, whether you have the same files or not, because sometimes whenever you are trying to download, right, so there may be some file corruption will be there. So that is why make sure whether you have all the files and folders whatever you are seeing here. So once the file is downloaded here, so what you need to do within this particular window, see, you can able to see GPDK 45 nanometer folder. See, within this folder we have all the device like whatever NMOS, PMOS, active, passive device, resistor, capacitor, everything will be inside the particular folder of 45 nanometer. So then we have three verification tools are available. One, we can use the DRC and LVS by using Ashura. So this folder contain all the Ashura verification files. Then again we can use Diva. So this Diva is also like the default tool from the verification from Cadence. Other than that, we have a PVS also. By using PVS also we can run DRC and LVS and as well as antenna rules, everything here. So we have three options. Either you can go for Ashura. If you have Ashura license, try with Ashura. If you have a Diva license, use with Diva. If you have PVS, you can check everything with the PVS license also. Other than that, you have some other folder called QRC. So this QRC usually we use to generate RC files extraction. Once the layout is designed from the layout design engineer, so we need to check the the different temperature environmental. Based on the different temperature environmental, we need to generate RC file. So like best, typical and worst. So typical is room temperature 27 degree centigrade. Best is like somewhere, I don't know what is the exact frequency for I don't know what is the exact range for the best, but worst is 125 degree, positive 125 degree, and sometimes minus 40 degree they will consider as a best, or else we can consider any temperature. So we need to generate RC files with three different temperature. One is minus 40, another one is room temperature, and another one is positive 100 and 125. See, sometimes this temperature may vary. Sometimes instead of 125 they will check up to 140 or 150. It depends on the IC and depends on the situation, but typically this is what they used to follow. So now I am coming to the same PDK folder. So now what you need to do, you need to open the terminal within this folder. So just I will check it like which folder I have. So this is where my computer is, this is where my terminal is opened. Within the root I have a desktop. Within the desktop I have opened the GPDK 45 folder. So within this folder, what you need to do, you need to open your tool. So in order to open the Cadence Virtuoso, you can define any type of bind keys. Like here in my computer I am using CDS 617 is my bind key. Okay, so this is the alias name for the tool, invoking the tool. So you can assign any name for this, because if you know the skill scripting and as well as some basic bash scripting, you can design your own invoking file name. So here I am using CDS617. Sometimes some other computers they will use only Virtuoso. Okay, sometimes they will use a different key to invoke the tool, but here in my computer this is CDS617 is the invoking tool of Cadence Virtuoso. So now I'll just click OK. So automatically my tool will invoke here. Yeah, so hopefully you can able to see, yeah, my tool is invoked here within this. So just I am going to open the library manager here. So if I open the library manager, see, automatically I can able to see GPDK 45 nanometer folder here. Other than that, we have other basic libraries. So these basic libraries will by default will get it. And apart from that, this is our PDK folder. So inside this PDK folder, if you click the show category file, see here you can able to see everything. Like we have a bipolar junction transistor, PNP, NPN, and as well we have a capacitor. So here we have only MIMCAP. In TSMC foundry and other foundries and all, they have a MOS capacitor, poly capacitor, MOSCAP, MIMCAP, MOMCAP. There are so many types of capacitors are available, but here since it is only for the educational purpose, they used only MIMCAP. So then we have a diode, different types of diode. We have a N diode and we have a P diode, and high voltage diode and low voltage diode. See how I am telling whether it's a high voltage diode or low voltage diode. See, whenever you are seeing any device, there will be some prefix and suffix for the device. So here in the end of the stage, they have mentioned HVT. HVT means higher threshold voltage. VT is nothing but the threshold voltage. So here higher threshold voltage. So that's why they have mentioned HVT. See here you can able to see LVT. LVT means lower threshold voltage. So in this way only we need to come to some conclusion whether the diode is high voltage diode or low voltage diode. Then we will come to the inductor. Here they have two different types of inductors are available. Inductor A and inductor S only. They have two different types of inductor. Just for the sake of simplicity, they have given only two types of inductors. Then they have a MOSFET. So here they have NMOS, PMOS, everything. See here you can able to see some prefix and suffix for the device. So the prefix is NMOSFET and 1V_3. So we need to check what is this V_3. Like whether it is 1 voltage 3 terminal device or 1 voltage 4 terminal device. See here 3 terminal device. So because I can able to see only gate connection and source connection and drain connection. There is no body connection available here. So that's why they have given this is the NMOSFET 1 volt which is having the 3 terminals. So that's why _3 they have given. Same if I am coming to high voltage device, 1 MOSFET 1 volt HVT device, it is consist of 4 terminals, and along with that we have a body terminal also. So depends on the situation, we need to choose which device is suitable for our design. Then we have a MOSCAP. See here separately they have given MOS capacitor, we have a NMOS cap and as well PMOS cap. Okay, so all the MOS caps they have given, and other than that we have a different types of resistor, like diffusion resistor, metal resistor, N-well resistor and poly resistor. So everything like active and passive device, everything is available in this PDK. So now we have successfully opened our tool inside the PDK folder. So now we need to start our work here. So that is our main intention, right? So in order to create your new library, what you need to do, you need to go to the file option, then go to this new and create a new library. Select this option. So you can choose your own name. So now I am doing I am going test. So this is my folder name which I am going to give. Within this test folder I am going to design all my schematics. So click OK. Then automatically you will get another pop-up here. So technology file library. So here in the technology file library we need to attach the existing technology. So you need to choose the third option because already we have existing technology, that is nothing but our GPDK 45. We need to attach this folder to this GPDK 45. So whatever device we are taking, so all the device will be the technology files will be redirecting to this GPDK 45 folder. So that's why we need to choose the existing technology 45 nanometer here. So once you click OK, then again you will get another pop-up here. So here you need to choose what technology you need to attach. I am going to attach GPDK 45 here. Just click OK. So now my folder is ready, which is attached with GPDK45. So within this folder, again, if you want to create any schematics or layout, so simply you need to go to this file window and select the new and go to the cell view. So within this cell view, again you will get another pop-up. Here whatever design you want, whether you want to design an inverter or whether you want to design any diff pair or whatever it may be, so then you need to create the own name for here. I am going to design a normal inverter, so that's why I have given the name for inverter. So then you need to check what application you need to open. So whether you want to open with the schematic L or whether you want to open with the schematic XL. Any case you can open schematic L or schematic XL, anything you can open, but those things are subjected to license. If you have schematic L license, open in schematic L. If you have schematic XL license, open with schematic XL. So now I have both license I am having, so that's why I am opening with schematic XL. So now if I click OK, automatically the schematic window will be open. So here you need to import all your like the symbols of the device. So in order to create a new schematic, just click I. So I is a shortcut, whereas you can able to deploy all your instance here. So once you click I, you will get this kind of pop-up window. Go to the browse option, select your GPDK45, and always try to click this show category option, okay, so that easily we can able to take out our all the device. So I need a MOSFET, so I just selected the MOSFET. I am going to take a normal MOSFET which is having 4 terminals. I don't want to take a 3 terminal MOSFET, simple MOSFET, okay. So N MOSFET 2 voltage device I am taking. Here you need to choose symbol because we are working in the schematic level. So in schematic, by default you need to choose the symbol, so other things and all will not support for the schematic. So just select the symbol and minimize, then you can able to change the parameter of the device. For example, if you want 2 multiplier, change it here. Then how many fingers you want, you can change it here. Then what is the finger width is needed, like here by default it is 320, but 320 is very smaller. I am going to 1.2 micrometer, okay. So 1.2 micrometer, and gate length here it is 150. If you want to do anything with respect to the gate length, you can do it, that is not a problem. With respect to your design, you can take your own gate length. As of now I am going to take everything as a default. Only I did changes with respect to multiplier and as well finger and as well as the finger width, overall finger width. So then hide, then you will get this window wherever you want to keep your device, keep the device here. Then again we have placed our NMOS, we need a PMOSFET as well because we are going to design an inverter. So just click I, again you need to click I. Same way here, instead of NMOS I am going to take PMOS. So just I rechange the name here. I am going to take the same parameter like 2 multipliers, 4 fingers, and as well 1200 nanometer, that is nothing but 1.2 micrometer, okay. So I am not going to change anything here, just click hide, and I am going to keep my device here, okay. So once your device is placed successfully, you need to complete the routing. So in order to complete the routing, you need to click W, that is nothing for our metal connection, sorry, wire connection. So just complete the routing. Simply if you double click the places wherever you want to keep everything, automatically the tool will place, okay. So it's not a big deal. Simply you need to take the connection. So once my connection is completed, we need to assign the pins here. So in order to assign pins, go to here. Hopefully you can able to follow my mouse. So here you need to go to this pin option, select this create pin. So how many pins we need? Here we have 4 terminals. So one is nothing but our VDD, another one is G and D ground, then we have a input. I am assigning input as a and I am assigning output as a Y. So in between these all the pin names you need to give some spacing, okay. So just VDD, next to that VDD I have given some space, then I have type G and D. Then again next to the G and D I have given a single space, then I type A, then I type Y. So then you need to choose what kind of the type of signals are there. So whether it's a input signal, output signal, switch, jumper, tri-state, unused, let it be anything, okay. So whether depending upon your design you need to choose this. I am just clicking input and output. So where I am going to use this I am going to use in a schematic, and the type of signal is power, let it be power, okay. So now we need to place our device, just click hide. Where we need to place our VDD should be kept on the source terminal of your PMOS. Okay, I have selected here. Then where I need to place my ground, I need to place my ground here. So source terminal of our N MOSFET. So I just kept it. So where is my input? My input is here, where the two gates are connecting here. That is where my input is going to connect. So here I assign my input. So my output terminal is here. So once everything is completed, you need to save this file. So just click and save. So this option, go to file. Okay, so here you can able to see some option called check and save. Okay, shift X is the shortcut key. Just click check and save. Suppose if at all any errors are there here, you will get a pop-up window. So now as of now I don't have any error. See here in the CAW window, I can able to see there is no error. Everything is fine. The schematic is checked and saved with no errors. Okay, so now everything is working fine for me. So then I minimize this window. So now if you want to open, if you want to do the layout for this particular design, it's very easy to do. Just click launch and go to layout Excel and let it be everything default option. Don't change anything here. Already if you have any previous layout, you can do this existing layout option. See, now it is a fresh layout. I am going to do everything from the scratch. So I am going to click create, and then this configuration window, let it be automatic. I don't want to do any changes in the configuration. Let the tool has to take this own decision. Okay, I just selected automatic option, then click OK. Again you will get another pop-up window. So here the cell name is inverter, the layout view is the layout, and the type of the tool is layout. So then click OK. So automatically it will take some time, then your layout window will pop up. So meanwhile what I am going to do, I am going to keep all the things in the side by side. Yes, so layout in the one hand side, schematic in the another side. So now I just wanted to open my layout. See here, this is called a LSW window. Maybe this will help for the freshers. See, this window is called LSW window. So here wherever you are seeing the layers name, so this window is called LSW window. Okay, then in this LSW window, whatever layers you have, you can choose all the layers and you can start doing your layout routing. Then again I wanted to generate all the device from the source. My source is nothing but our schematic. So go to this option, so here you have a option to generate all the things from the source. Maybe you can able to, I hope you can able to follow my mouse pointer. So this option, click this, then again you will get this pop-up window. Don't select usually PR boundary and IO pins. Manually we need to place this PR boundary and IO pins after once our layout is completed. I just need an instance. Other than that I don't want anything. Okay, so once you click OK, automatically the tool will generate all the device. So we have a 2 PMOS, we have a 2 NMOS. So then this is the internal cross-sectional view of the layout. Like shift F is the shortcut key to see the internal, then control F is the shortcut key to go back to the normal level. So control F and shift F. Okay, control F will show the device name, shift F will show the internal cross-sectional view of the device. So from this point, whatever layout method you have in your mind, you need to design the layout according to your aspect ratio, like whether it's square or whether it's a rectangular, or how you want to do the placement of the device and routing of the device. Everything is up to you based on your experience and based on your knowledge. You can try to complete your everything like layout, routing, everything here. So once everything is completed, since we have all the we have a PVS as well, so we can able to run DRC with PVS tool. If not, we can go to Ashura and we can open and we can run the DRC and LVS with Ashura tool also. Everything is there. So once the layout is completed, we'll run LVS and as well as DRC by using Ashura. If not, we can use PVS also. So it depends. Okay. Maybe in the consecutive videos I'll explain how to do the routing and as well as DRC, LVS, everything in the GPDK. Because this video particularly is I have created for the freshers, those who taking the training in some institute, because see most of the institutes are offering only GPDK based training. Most of the institute, some of few institutes are providing like TSMC PDKs, but almost like as per my knowledge, almost all the institutes are providing the tool experience and the tool training with respect to GPDK. And some of the top companies also using Ashura tool for the verification. like few companies, like not all the companies, few companies are using Ashura tool for the DRC and LBS verification. So we need to understand Ashura tool also, how the Ashura tool is working, how the DRC is working in Ashura, everything, because Calibre is the standard tool. So we have an alternate for the Calibre, that is Ashura. Okay, so in my consecutive videos I can I'll complete this inverter design, and then we'll discuss like what kind of DRCs it is showing and how to complete the inverter layout properly. So all those things we'll discuss in our next video.
I hope I have given some valuable information to you in this video. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please click like button and share this video to your friends. For more details about this video, please contact us to my email ID and follow us on my Facebook page and Twitter page, and kindly subscribe our channel and don't forget to click the bell button.